Hello everyone, this is Divya, Department of Computer Science with Data Analytics, Dr. SNS College of Arts and Science. So in today's class, we are going to see about Relational Database Management System concepts. In first slide, we just make an introduction about relational database. So normally the relational database is called collection of data item which is organized in the form of tabular column, which is called relational database for the purpose of easily access process. So this concept is first introduced in the IBM in the year of 1970. So in relational database, where the data is stored using the rows and columns, the form of table. For example, here we just take an name, age, city and salary. So these are which is called as columns. Yes. So the values of the column where the data is called as entities. That is under the name we just mention as Santosh, Rupali or Kalpana and so on. So these are called as entities of the attribute called name. Same as the age is considered as an attribute where the entity of the attribute age is 20, 30, 45 and so on. Same as here the city is considered as a attribute, right? The values of the city is Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Surat and these are called as entities. Same as salary is considered as an attribute and the salary sum of the numbers, numerical numbers is considered as a entities. So normally relational database is a collection of data which is organized or stored in the form of rows and columns for easy access. So in second slide, so there is a simple example we taken as employee database. Yes, employee table. Here how the relation between the table is considered as attributes and entities, that is columns and row. Here I am taken employee ID, employee name, salary, age, city, phone number and email ID and so on. Yes, so here the employee ID, name, salary, these all called as columns are attributes. So the values of the attribute is taken as rows or entities. Here the employee in left diagram we just explained that employee is considered as an attribute. So the values of the employee is considered as a entities. Yes. Yes. Next, relational database. What is the relation? What is entity and what is attributes? Commonly, relation is called as table which is contains both rows and column related data which is called as relation. Yes, so entity, that is row, which they are item which is relevant to the information stored in the particular database. So attribute, that is column which is called as the quality of the entities which is already stored as a information. Next, so relation between two table, how we define the relation between two tables is first I am taking the stock table. Here the stock ID, supplier ID and stock name and so on. The numbers has been declared here. So I have given some stock ID and supply ID, stock name and so on. So here I just make a connection between the supply ID, stock table and supplier table with common attribute entities called supply ID. Here supply ID is considered as a reference ID. Yes, reference key. Yes, so through the reference key I am referring the supply details by using the attribute called supply ID. This is the relationship connection between the two stored data in a relation database, tables and rows. Yes, next, relational database management system. What is relational database management system? The software which is used for the relational database is called as relational database management system. For example, MySQL and MX Access, etc. These are called relational database management system. Whether managing the relational database, we need some particular software to manage these all relational database. So that is combination of connection between two tables or combination of related rows and columns. To managing the data, we need some software which is called relational database management system. So next, relational database management system, which is defined 4 different language here. For the first, data definition language, that is DDL. So this language is commonly used by the designer or programmer of indicating the database content or structure of the particular database here. So next, data manipulation language. So by the word we can know it, manipulating, that is this language which is used to primarily used for the manipulating or processing the particular relevant data, that is retrieving the data or rearranging the data or deleting the data or updating the data. These functions will be done by using data manipulation language. So next, data control language. So normally this, by the word we can know that by using this language we can control the data or access the database. So it is used to address the security purpose and restrict the access to the database here. So next, transaction control language, that is TCL. So normally TCL, which is used to make the change which is made in a DML language, that is data manipulation statement. Here this will be revoked or this will be logical, will be grouped by using the DCL concept here. So finally, the summary is normally the RDBMS application which is used to store the data in a tabular form, that is rows and combination of rows and columns to easily access the data. So attribute which is describing the particular property of the entity in a relational database, that is relational database. So join, by the word join we can combine the 2 different types of tables, 2 or more different tables based on the related column between them. So DDL, that is data definition language, is normally used for the database schema, and DML which is normally accessing or manipulating the particular data in the database. So normally DCL, which is using for granting or revoking the particular user access on a database. So DCL, which is normally used for where the changes made upon in a DML commands or language, which is either performed or rolled back by the DCL language. So hope today's class we just had an introduction on what is relational database, what is relational database management system, what is entities, what is attributes, what is rows and column, why we are go with relational database. So these concepts has been covered in today's class. So thank you so much.